Welcome to Spinsterhood. My name's Jill and I'll be your guide. And I have a little bit of a bone to pick with holiday romance movies. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know that as soon as the calendar hits December 1st, and sometimes even earlier than that, all of a sudden we are bombarded with holiday romance movies. Basically, the Hallmark Channel runs them 24/7 all the way through New Year's. And even Netflix has gotten in on it with The Christmas Prince and this one new one with Vanessa Hudgens, like where she's a princess, but also like a regular chick and they swap places. It's essentially The Parent Trap, but romance edition. They're everywhere, these movies, and I have a problem with them because they're all the same. It's the same movie, just over and over again. All these movies start with some young woman who's 10 out of 10 times white, in her regular everyday job, like either in the food industry somehow. Either she's a caterer, event planner, she runs a bakery, she works in a restaurant, whether it be usually her family's restaurant of some sort, or she is in journalism somehow. She's writing a story about somebody. Those are like the two options 9 out of 10 times. Then she meets a guy, and in a lot of these movies, these holiday movies, he's a prince from some vaguely European country, like Herzegovina, wherever, and somehow they meet. It varies. That varies quite a bit. And then somebody disapproves of this relationship. Most times in like rom-coms, the people dislike each other, but in these movies, it's just love at first sight. It's just always love at first sight. They're into it. There's usually somebody in the periphery who's like, I don't like this. I disapprove. Okay? Jealous ex, family, whatever. Somebody disapproves. And then they end up apart, right? This drives a wedge between them. And then on Christmas Eve, the guy comes over and's like, I love you, will you marry me? And she says yes, after having known him for like 9 days. And then that's the end of the movie. And it's snowing and there's a Christmas carol playing in the background. That's the plot to all of these movies. Just a bunch of white people finding love just in time for Christmas. How lucky. And I realize this makes me sound perhaps a little cynical, and I promise I'm not, because I do enjoy watching these movies from time to time. But I'd really love a Christmas movie, a cheesy Christmas movie where it's just a bunch of single people saving Christmas, I mean, I know that sounds actually pretty boring, but you don't have to be in a relationship around Christmas. And I think that these movies reinforce this thought that little girls grow up thinking that, oh, okay, if I don't have a partner around Christmas, then somehow my Christmas is going to be really sad. And like, no, that's not true at all. So, I'd like there to be a little bit more variety. I also challenge these writers to, write something a little bit more original, because I feel like anybody could write these movies. I could write one of these movies. Picture it. Karen's a baker who inherited her mother's bakery when her mom died when she was 21. And now she's 26 and she's gonna lose the bakery. She just can't make the payments because, the mill closed in town and just people don't have the extra money to just buy all these baked goods. And so she has to close it. So in order to try and save the bakery, she starts a crowdfunding campaign online. And lo and behold, there is a large single donation. And she wonders who made this large donation, right? And so she goes on a mission to find who who donated it. Rather than her, it's more so her younger sister, who's very tech savvy. She goes online and does some hacking and figures out who made this anonymous donation. And lo and behold, it's Jason. Jason made the payment. He is actually a prince. Go figure. From her to go wherever. And apparently growing up, Jason's nanny, wonder of wonders, happens to be from that same town. And she, when she'd go home, would get these cookies and from the bakery, and then she'd bring them back to Jason, little Jason, as he was growing up, and he fell in love with these cookies. And the thought of this bakery that instills such nostalgia in him, he can't let that stand. And so he makes this large donation. They meet, right? He comes to the bakery, or she goes to him, whatever, let's put that portion of the plot's up in the air. Either way, they meet, fall in love. I mean, what are the odds? And and then they fall in love. He has to go back home because obviously he's not an American citizen. He can only stay in the country so long. And what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? It's December 23rd. Karen's sad. Jason's sad in his castle, and we don't know what's gonna happen, but the bakery is saved, so that's great, right? Then Christmas Eve, Karen's happy because the bakery's saved, but she's sad, so she's whipping up an extra batch of her mom's famous cookies. And all of a sudden, there's a knock at the door. But who could it be? The bakery's closed because it's Christmas Eve. Oh my gosh, it's Jason. He proposes, and she says yes, in the snow. And then I don't know. We don't know what happens after. Presumably she has to close the bakery because she's gonna have to move back to her to go wherever, because he can't leave his crown. He's not gonna rescind the throne. Let's be real. And the title of that movie will be called Sweet Home Alabama. I don't know. Let's I feel like that one's taken. Let's see. A Cup of Love, A Pinch of Magic, Sweetheart's Dozen. Man, I would totally watch that. Probably. Maybe, there was nothing else on. But, if anyone out there wants to make this movie, please feel free. Just remember, royalties, or cookies. I'll accept either, but I'd prefer royalties because why wouldn't I? I mean, I'd be foolish not to. Till next time, you stay confident. And I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a very happy, healthy, and safe New Year. And I will catch you all in the new year here on Spinsterhood.